Alright, so today we're going to be going ahead and getting back into Stardew Valley. And with Stardew Valley, with all that kind of stuff, what we've been doing is we've been doing a challenge that it's not my own original idea. I found it, I believe, on Reddit. But the idea is the No Pierre, No Joja challenge, where basically I'm not allowed to buy anything from Pierre or Joja Mart. The only exception we gave ourselves is the backpack because to me, having one line of inventory certainly would make it harder in the this is tedious and I'm not having fun kind of way, versus the okay, how do I get a hold of the seeds to do XYZ? We are right about to wrap up spring. We did get all of the spring crops and forageables knocked out, no problem. I didn't literally put any time in fishing, so I got a catfish and basically none of the others. So that's great. I'm not too worried about that. I already know it's going to be at least a 2-year run, so I'm kind of just not focused on the fishing right now. A extra rule I gave myself is I can't just use fishing as my moneymaker because I don't want my entire run to be sitting there fishing for long hours. That could get kind of tedious. But, and all that kind of stuff. So, that's gone pretty well. The big reasons why this is a challenge is normally the way you'd play the game is to get a bunch of money, you'd run over, you'd go to Pierre and say, hey, Pierre, give me, like, each of the crops I'm going to need to complete the community center, and then, you know, some moneymaker crop, let me buy a whole bunch of those. And then you plant all your stuff, you get it, and you knock out the community center. Without having access to Pierre or Joja Mart, I can't predictably buy all the varieties of seeds. So I gotta go around, smash a bunch of bushes, toss a bunch of mixed seeds, and hope for the best. Knock out some like side quests and all that, so that sometimes will give me seeds. Sometimes when I finish stuff for the community center, they'll give me seeds. So you get those little influxes. And for the record, the No Pierre does include the festivals where Pierre sells stuff there. So like I wasn't able to get strawberry seeds. Pierre is the only source for strawberry seeds outside of RNG, so no strawberry seeds for me. That said, it's been going well, and it'll get things going. Let's see, just have Judge Dredd title. No. No. I am very much not in the sense of, like, unilaterally just, you know, taking your own justice or whatever. Okay. You saw an article about you in the local paper. It sounds like the country life is a good fit for you. I'm so proud of you. Take care, sweetie. Love, Ma. But, yeah, no, I'm definitely not the mind of that, because there is the whole what people consider abuses versus not are different. And on top of that, when you let people just kind of take matters into their own hands, innocent people get caught in the middle, or stuff that shouldn't be a big deal also becomes a problem. Well, that's interesting. It's been so long since I've done the bats. I used to only remember them getting the tree fruits. I was a little surprised to see the blackberries and all that there. But that works out, because that gives me stuff that I can't get a hold of quite yet. Actually, I take that back. I'm pretty sure these are summer stuff anyways. Either way. And today, the big thing I need to do is I need to drop off my rain pail as soon as we're done watering all this stuff here. Because we want to get it upgraded for the summer. And if I turn it in today, it doesn't matter. Because once I've watered these, they're good for today. Tomorrow is the last day of spring. The day after, they'll be wilted, so there's no point in me taking the time to water them. Alright. Do I have my iron bars in me? I do. In the meantime, we have been pushing the, we've been pushing the mines. So that's good news. We'll drop off these fruit in the community center, run down, get the rain pail dropped off for upgrade. And then the hope is that I'll go to the mines, be able to get enough copper while I'm down just pushing, like, the iron levels and all that, trying to get to better materials for making sprinklers later, that if I get just a little bit more copper, I'll be able to get enough that the moment we're done with the rain pail and the season switches, that I'm going to be able to turn around and immediately drop the pickaxe off while I'm in those first couple days trying to deal with that. Those will be, what, summer? Yeah. Oh, blackberry. Oh, blackberries fall. Okay. Alright, because yeah, I was thinking about before between, okay, do we get the mushrooms or the fruit bats? And normally when you're doing the run, as far as profitability and usefulness, the mushrooms are better on average than the fruit bats. But with the RNG situation we're running into with our seeds and all that, there's that. Alright, I don't really care. Well, actually, we'll probably see the stone, so I'll say yes. But I don't really care about it. And Clint isn't open for a couple more minutes. Let's run down here and grab stuff from the beach. But yeah, we've almost entirely neglected fishing. My entire plan with the fishing is to mostly continue to neglect it for right now. And what'll end up happening is the second year, I should have most of the crops locked in, and all that. And so then we'll be back to, like, cleaning up the fish and all that. I'm also planning on putting a little bit more effort into later seasons, because we won't necessarily need to go into fall and all that the second year. But I already know I'm going to have to do the second year spring at a minimum anyways, which is why I haven't been focused. We did get the catfish, so that's all good. Alright, Night Dweller, you sleep well. Thank you for tuning in. And Sentient Cookie after 180 stream streak. Catching the last 180 streams without missing a single one, which is absolutely absurd. And thank you so much for that, and congratulations on your extra 450 points. The goal for this run is to finish the community center, by the way. Because once we get that done, I'm not looking to grind out the perfectionist run. It just takes too long, in my opinion, for... Like, it's one thing if you're maining the game, but otherwise, it just takes too long. Thanks, I'll get started on this as soon as I can. It should be ready in a couple of days. Cool. Fishing elite phase thing in Stardew Valley, you wish there was a way to automate it with traps or something? I do enjoy the fishing, but I will also say that I do feel with a lot of these games, giving players ways when you get to like the late game to either automate or simplify or whatever certain mechanics is something worth doing. Like I could see having it where like they have it where you can get like one out of so many you instantly pull in. I could see making the mechanic that you cast the fish and it changes it from the mini game to just like a statistical chance of success or whatever. So make it not as good as if you do it manually, but able to be automated to a certain degree. I could see going for that kind of a thing. It's one of the things I've appreciated that a lot of the games in these genres have been good about lately, is they'll make it so you don't necessarily have to engage with every single mechanic. Alright, we got coffee. Wait, those were summer, weren't they? Spring or summer. Alright, unfortunately I cannot plant them today because I can't water them today. Or tomorrow. But we'll probably get those in the ground right away. Because for money making, that'll be good because I can just basically grow the farm as much as possible. But yeah, no, that's, I would say when it comes to giving players agency, that I think Sunhaven is probably one of the ones that's done the best recently. That there's just, they have like certain story elements where you kind of have to engage with the different mechanics to at least get an introduction on it. But there are a lot of mechanics that they're like, okay, you don't want to do this, but you need this material. Don't worry. Every single material, we've given you an alternate path to be able to get it. So if you really just don't enjoy that mechanic, you do have another option. It's nowhere near as efficient as, like, you know, going to it where you can normally get it, but there's that as well. Coral Island also does a pretty good job of it, too. That early on, you have to kind of do a little bit of the mechanic till you, like, get that taste. But then once you get past that point, you start getting the option of, like, okay, instead of engaging that mechanic... Please die. I need a better weapon. But, they do the whole thing where it's like, okay, at the very beginning, you have to kind of... This is super annoying. The ghost has become, over the time, one of my least favorite enemies. It's not a hard enemy, it's just, if you don't have a high damage weapon per strike, you end up just slapping the ghost away again and again forever. And it just slows down your progress to do anything. I just realized I don't have like any salmon berries or anything with me at all now. So if I do manage to get to the next floor, drop a staircase. Well, please die so I don't have the one behind me as a problem. I was like, there's so many skeletons here. We're just gonna get the bones, plus, at that point, there's challenges for killing the enemies to get stuff. I don't remember what the skeletons give. I probably don't care about it, but right now I don't really have any of these things, so... Alright, so just break stones is this floor. Didn't think it went down farther. But I'm also trying to fight the skeletons as opposed to breaking rocks because of energy. Oh, glow ring. I would like the glow ring, please. Alright. So I don't really have the energy to push farther because I don't have a mountain of materials to consume with us. Oh, I also just realized that probably... Yeah, I need to take that to museum. We're probably out of time to do that. Alright. So we have the better boots. Let's go ahead and put those on. But with that, we now have access to copper, iron, gold, and all that. We could technically get iridium from it, but the odds are terrible. I can't remember if the museum closes at 5 or 6. Actually, I could just check now that they've got this built in the game. I can maybe make 6. It'll be close. Alright. I don't think we're gonna make it. I think we're gonna be just literally seconds too late. But we're trying for it. Yeah. With basically no time to spare. Alright. So, we did get some good stuff out of the mines this time. We got all the way down to where now we can get gold. Which is good, because that means for all of the materials I need from the, I must have popped the can. For all the materials we can get out of the initial mines in the game, we basically got them all. Like, at our disposal. We'll still keep going deeper and all that, which is fine. But, for, like, getting our sprinklers and all that, when we unlock the better sprinklers, I could target mine the materials to automate as much of the farm as possible in regards to that. I'll still have to harvest and plant myself, but eventually we'll be able to go through... I mean, we probably won't get to the point of doing the Junimo huts or anything like that. More than likely we'll have finished our objectives long before we have those kind of resources available. Alright. But still. We also need to keep breaking the boxes in the dungeon, trying to get the hardwood to happen. Because I won't be able to get any meaningful amount of hardwood until we get our axe. But I need 10 hardwood for the community center. And that's not hard to do even before you can break the logs. You just gotta break the boxes, barrels, that kind of stuff, and you get a little bit of hardwood here and there. The crops are gonna be the ones that'll be the big bottleneck for us. I want to break any bushes I see as we go through, because that's where I'm going to get my mixed seeds from, and we're going to be depending a lot on the mixed seeds. I think one of the hardest things for us to tackle until we get the seed maker is we have for the community center where I need, it's like 5 gold quality of this crop, 5 gold quality of that crop. And because we don't necessarily have the ability to target any of those crops until we get the seed maker, we will run into the problem where I won't necessarily know what to drop fertilizer for, that kind of stuff. Because normally the way you do it is you just plant a bunch of whatever the crop in question is, and then plunk down a bunch of fertilizer, and you're good. Alright, we're going to sell the spring onions. Oh, and the coral. We'll also sell... We can't sell the boots or all that, so I'm just going to go plunk and plunk. Because I don't care. No, you don't belong in this box. Get that out of that box. Put you in this box. Put the bones in this box as well. We've got all these seeds here. We'll drop the coffee in there. So that's good news as well. I still don't have enough copper to do more with that. That's okay. Get more iron happening. We don't have the dresser drawer yet, so I'm just gonna chuck that in there. That's fine. Alright, we got a little bit more energy left, so we're gonna go ahead and knock down a tree while we're at it. Continue to work on just clearing the land. It's a bummer that because I didn't keep everything going, that we did have a bunch of our field got, you know, no longer hoed, but that's okay. That's a pretty normal problem. That's usually the reason why in the season change for the first day or two, you're just working on getting the farm settled. Which is the reason it's a really good time to take your pickaxe and get that upgraded. Break the handful of rocks that are in the way. And go from there. So we get 5 hits. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And how's our energy? 5. 6 hits because it didn't quite use that much. Alright. Cool. Alright, we gained a level in combat. So 1 more level in combat, we'll get to choose our first thing there. We made a tiny little fraction of money from our foraging. We basically made the money we're going to make for spring. And now it's just a matter of waiting till summer to, like, get the next, you know, start rotations of crops and all that. And Pretty Pictures being on their 60 stream streak, 6-0. Get an extra 450 points, so thank you so much for that. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, omelet. This is a simple dish, but so often done incorrectly. The perfect omelet is a thing of beauty. It's a pure golden angel of gleaming egg, and I'll show you my secret method. You learned how to cook an omelet. Alright, and that is the last of our crops for the season. Okay, so let's grab all of these. And I'm going to put 1 of each of the gold quality ones away. Do I have a gold quality horseradish? I guess not. That's fine. Make all seeds we can of what's left. And drop these off. Oh, actually, I did have gold horseradish. It's fine. Horseradish wasn't the bottleneck, it was the daffodils. So it's going to be another 90 seeds we're dropping off. We get ourselves 1 last little influx of probably just shy of 2,000 bucks. So that's good. So we're done on the farm for the season. So that's good news. I can grab the daffodil. Oh, right. Let's, alright, we can actually get 2 more rounds of seeds. Let's go ahead and grab some of the things out of the box for consuming for energy. So we can push the mines again today, because today will be the last day of pushing the mines for a little while. Alright, so keep that. Grab 2 of you, 2 of you, and 2 of you. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. And go ahead and sell these seeds. Alright. So, the horseradish makes good gifts, so do the leeks. The dandelions, I don't recall being particularly great, so I'm going to grab the dandelions. And I think we'll leave the rest, because there's if we go to deal with any friendships and all that, there's like, George loves the leeks, so we can just bury George in leeks. Krobus is all about the horseradish. And we are going to be romancing Krobus in this run, because I've already romanced literally all the bachelorettes. I'm like, alright, well, Krobus is a perfectly buddy roommate and all that, so we can definitely make that happen. And go from there. You would like an anchovy, and you're only willing to offer me a paltry amount of money. I'm sorry, friend. The answer's no. Okay. Because a lot of this, I'm not super worried about caring about. We just have a very specific goal in mind. It's to knock out the community center. We're probably not going to worry about Ginger Island or any of that in this run, because honestly, the nature of the run we're doing, it doesn't make any of the Ginger Island stuff harder, so it doesn't really matter. Like, that's the phase of the game where you're like, I've beaten the challenge. Like, that would be the phase of the game that you would go, okay, I could keep pushing this part of the challenge, but it doesn't matter anymore. Alright. Stardew could use some new music. I wouldn't mind turning on our playlist. My big issue with Stardew Valley is how often the music just goes away. And you're like, I would really love some music if you don't mind, Stardew. And Stardew's like, nah, you get to listen to birds flapping and wind. You're like, oh, okay, that's certainly a choice. Like, the music in the game is good. But yeah. Come on. The music's fine, you just heard it like a million times. Yeah, no, it's a thing, like, that honestly, there's not many games that I would say after you've played like 1,000 hours that you still go, man, I'm just enjoying the music, versus like you turn off the music and you switch. Like, one of the only ones I'd say has been an exception for me is RimWorld with like the P music mod and all that. And even then, there's definitely days I'm like, you know what? Like, I could use a break from the RimWorld music. Like, that does happen. But the music is an absolute bop. Just jamming on the music. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm down to switch off the music and change it. I've got like thousands of hours in this game already. So we're gonna hit that. We're gonna turn on our royalty-free music. Question mark? There we go. So we still have the ambient a little bit. Alright. Oh, come on. I also forgot to check the cave this morning. I need to not do that. I'm gonna be depending on that cave a lot. I also need a better weapon really badly. We'll get there. Alright, we got the stone. Now I believe that was for Robin? So once we get down to the point that we're getting low on energy, we could just go visit Robin and all that. Because the dandelions are only 25 energy for the better one, I believe. So I can get a decent amount considering I only have 270 energy as my max at the moment. But, generally speaking, they're probably going to be good for, like, if I'm already 2 floors down, I want to push for the next one, I should be able to get enough energy to get through that. Whereas, for pushing, like, if I haven't even gotten, I, like, want to start to, like, go the next 5 floors, there's a very good chance I won't make it because... Would you stop flying around randomly and just fight me so I can kill you and get back to what it's doing? Thank you. Your cooperation is noted. Yeah, so once they find this staircase, we're not gonna go for the next set, because as you see, I burned through over a quarter of my meter on this floor. Just because I wasn't hitting what I was looking for. But that's fine. Alright, so we can drop by Robin, have her look at the rocks. Do I actually have to have the rocks on me? I'm assuming yes. And a couple rocks short. Let's see what she says. It counted. I wasn't sure. It looks like you got the stone I asked for. That's a big help. Thanks. Cool. Give me my money. Alright. So I've got that sorted. I can drop off this artifact down there. We can take some of these other things for Gunther. I'm pretty sure Clint closed that 4. I don't think we can get... Yeah, we definitely cannot get there in time. Like, I'm gonna get there about 4:20. Yep, that's fine. We can turn this stuff to the museum. Don't have to worry about that. And we did get a mixed seed, so that's at least something. Because in-game tomorrow is the summer. That's how I gotta get a bunch of that going. So I might actually eat some of these dandelions for purposes of working on the field. So that way, well, no, I mean, I guess it won't matter one way or the other, because if I eat the dandelions today or tomorrow, I'm still getting 25 energy. So it really doesn't make a difference. And I'm not going to bother with the fishing because I already know for a fact we've missed a bunch of the fishing for spring, and that's not going to change in the last half of the last day. We'll get that sorted. Okay, so we got the dandelion and all that. Drop you all off. Got geodes to sort out later. Alright, so looking at what we got here, we still got that one, so I can grab you. 3, 4. So one more round of seeds. Drop here and sell. We can put this painting on the wall to get out of my inventory forever. Yep, right behind the fireplace, because that's how that works. And we'll run down here, see if we can get some forageables or whatever. See if there's any bushes worth breaking. Try and get ourselves some mixed seeds. What am I hitting? Big rock, I understand. But we'll see if we can... You suddenly get the urge to play Stardew Valley. I have to ask, because I just don't know off the top of my head. That command... Does that command factor in what the game... Like, does that take the game that's already being played into account? Alright, getting a bunch more seeds, so I'm glad we actually did pop down here, because I forgot. That's fall, I don't need to worry about that. Basically, the question is, does that go, you know, you gain the sudden urge to play, you know, current category. If you use the stream category? I figured as such. That's still fantastic. I do like that. That's a clever one. The dice are sentient. Yeah, so if you didn't see what we got there, we got a couple of big wins. We did manage to snag a cherry tree. So that'll be really solid. Because those trees, I can't... Normally the place you get them from is Pierre. And I can't do that. So I can hope for RNG on the bats that they give me cherries. But that is not a reliable thing. But by snagging the tree, it does mean I know for a fact next spring I will have cherries in my future. Plus, that gives me a way of guaranteeing myself a bunch of money. Because every single day I'll get a cherry, which is a little extra money, so by the time the whole season's over, you get the idea. And especially if I do stuff like make it into wine or whatever, then I get even more money from it. So that can be a very good path to getting some solid cash coming in. Well, honestly, probably as the game run goes on and I'm able to score those trees, we'll probably go pretty heavily into the orchard side of things, just by the fact of it being something I don't have to keep finding more seeds. Because even when I get the seed maker, that's going to be very much taking something that I would make money on, destroying it for on average 2 seeds, which isn't bad, but with seasons being what they are and the greenhouse being the thing that's going to be the hardest for me to get, you get the idea where that's going. Take that out, drop you in. I need to find a place to put stuff, and my inventory's getting full. I'm never gonna use that, so take that, drop that in, do this. You don't exist anymore. Oh, I still have the tunneler's jacket. I don't think we get the storage place for clothing until we upgrade the house. Alright, so now I got a cherry tree up there. I don't really have the energy to do much more in the game day. I'm not going to eat half my stuff. Because the first couple of days we have of this coming season are going to be a lot of energy use. Cool. All right. So what I need to do is get these fields up and running. We're not going to worry about handling all of this. I'm just going to start with just doing like one row across the top. Then grab all of these summer seeds we collected. So we've got the mixed seeds, we got the peppers, we got the poppy seeds, we got the red cabbage, we've got the melon, we got the sprangles, we got the star fruit, oh, we got the wheat, we got the coffee, and I think that's all of them. Spring, spring, fall, 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 yep. We didn't misplace any seeds over here. Cool beans. And I think I'll use the speed grow on the melon just because I can. because melon grows slowly anyways. Ooh, you know what? And the coffee. It's probably not a great use of coffee because it just means I get my first harvest faster. Okay, none of those are melon. That's fine. Alright. Oh, and probably the starfruit. I'm basically just looking at the ones that take a while to grow. Okay. Cool. Alright, so with that, I can't water any of those crops yet. So let's take the long way around looking for the forageables, but we'll drop by Clint's and do all that. Let's see, we've got our iron bars and all that, and our, wait, do I have enough copper? I don't have enough copper. Did I really not get enough copper to sneak one copper bar out real fast? Come on, it'd be 5. Dang it. Alright, so we won't be upgrading our pickaxe today. Hey, Alanorama. How's it going? And Papa Dog Work, good to see ya. For those who don't know Alanorama, absolutely fantastic content creator. Definitely someone we're checking out. Plays a lot of RimWorld, fellow member of the Halcyon Frequency stream team and all that good stuff. So definitely someone I'd recommend checking out. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, no, the watering can is ready today, but Clint, I can't go into his place till 9 a.m. So we're just taking a little bit of a scenic detour because we have new forageables have shown up, you know, today, starting today. So just taking a quick little detour, see if we can't snag one on our way to Clint's. I might honestly buy the last tiny piece of comfort. Okay. And there is a thing, I don't remember exactly the way it works. When it comes to the forageables on the map, if I recall correctly, as the season goes on, the amount you find out in the map increase until pretty close to the end of season. So there is a tendency that you don't get as much right when the season starts as you do later on. Process geodes. Weirdly, I would like a copper. If you could give me a copper, I would appreciate it. I mean, that's still good. Look. Probably a waste of money. I will buy the unit of copper I need so we can get the pickaxe there. You can drop off these. I'm gonna go check the beach real fast. And then after the beach, I'm gonna cut past the bus stop, get back to drop off that copper to make the bar, hoping that I will have enough time to get back to Clint to drop off the pickaxe. Because I'd like to upgrade that to make my life a little bit easier when it comes to dealing with the caves. And then from there, we are going to be foraging the forest. Pretty soon that'll tap us out of time. But that's fine. But as you can see, like, the downside is we've already grabbed all the seeds we've got for the, you know, the start of the season that I've been saving up. And I barely finished one full bar. But yeah, it's going to take us a little bit of work to get things starting to properly wind up for our profit of the summer season and to try and secure those crop. Because I only managed to... Oh, wait, we want those bushes. These are what I want to break for the mixed seed, because I only managed to have like 3 or 4 mixed seeds. Which is nowhere near enough to make sure we're securing the various crops I need to grow for the seasons. And I got a thing up here? Nope. So it's not great, but it is what it is. That said, regardless, we are going to fill up a lot of this as the season goes on. Because we'll end up making the summer seeds for the summer forageables, which doesn't really help our community center much, but it does help our money quite a bit. Should have dropped off the copper first. I'm doing this in the wrong order. You can drop off the coral for a little bit of extra money. Alright. As soon as this goes, we start running back towards Clint. See if I can't get the pickaxe in. Come on. The rainbow trout frenzy has begun. That's fine. We'll drop this off for Clint real fast, get the pickaxe upgrading, we'll go to the forest, check for the forageables, and then after that, I'm probably going to put time in to clear up the farm some more. For this in-game day, since I'll be giving up the pickaxe, I won't be able to go to the caves to do stuff there while the pickaxe is upgrading. That's fine. Alright. Oh, I also need to buy an ice cream. I need it for the community center. And we have the copper pickaxe being upgraded. Well, being upgraded to the copper pickaxe, and we got that sorted. Let's see, you wish you could make it easier for, or maybe easier to browse the user's chat history. It loads in chunks, so you usually open it and play something in the page up key, and then go for a break. Yeah. Hey JD, thank you so much for the 60 stream streak. Catch the last 60 streams without missing a single one, so thanks so much for that. Getting your extra 450 points. I do appreciate that. Alright, so we should be able to get some seeds from smashing the bushes here. There's probably not going to be that many bushes, though. Alright. We've already gotten the spicy berry for the community center, so that's nothing to worry about right this second. Yeah, because we get, I believe it's grapes, spicy berries, and I can't remember what the last item was for the summer. But we get those all set up and we'll be in good shape. We'll definitely also want to try and get our axe upgraded pretty early, which shouldn't be a big deal. Whenever we get like the next 5 copper bars, the axe is a pretty easy one to be like, yeah, I can just have time to get rid of this. Alright, so we didn't really get much in the way of the bushes. But that's not unexpected. I'm kind of counting on there's an event that happens during the summer where you get the green rain, and I should get a lot of stuff at that point. And we didn't get any mixed seeds, that's understandable. Drop you off. Spice berry can pop in here. I'm gonna end up needing to make another box here pretty soon. I've been putting it off, but that's okay. Alright, so I can't break any of the rocks, but we can work on these trees, just to continue to clear up the area. But if we get all that cleared up, we can gradually, you know, be able to spot where the bushes are, break them a lot easier. Have more room to work with once we get more seeds. A big part of this is going to be just getting our farming far enough that we'll be able to use sprinklers. There's also leveling up our foraging, breaking the trees, which does mean I could do stuff like guarantee myself iridium quality stuff, have it marked where they are on the map. Just generally improve a bunch of stuff. It'll reduce the amount of energy it costs me to cut down a tree. Okay. It's always fun to see, like, how much our communities all overlap. That's always those fun things that you'll end up seeing more and more people you know in different channels and all that. Oh good, there's an extra mixed seed. Alright, so you got these two up here revealed. Those are trees, not bushes. You can grab those mixed seed and drop those in. Drop all you in. Just realized we have enough gold and iron for a bar or two. No reason not to. Okay, so let's run around the community center and drop off the ice cream. And then it'll probably be time for us to run back and go to sleep. And there's a good chance we'll end up pushing the mine more in the absence of other things to work on. Because I can go around and wherever we see bushes, I can take the time to smash a bunch of the bushes. But as you can see, the bushes don't grow nearly as fast as I can get through them. And I want to say the ice cream is over here. This is going to sound bad, but I kind of regret selling Mom's cookies now. Mom did send me cookies, and I was like, here's what I think of the cookies, Mom, and I sold them immediately. And then we found out the community center wanted me to get cookies. So that was honestly some karma right there. But this trash can here will sometimes have cookies in it, so we'll just keep tagging that trash can every day till we can give the community center some trash can cookies. As it was meant to be. Okay. And first day of the summer is done. We're gonna have to find more stuff. So we can get the lightning rod, that'll be big. We can get the fall seeds made, that'll be important when fall rolls around. So that's all good news. I don't remember what the lightning rod needs, but it'll be good to have that because one of the community center things I need is a battery. And summer's when you get most of the storms to make batteries. So I definitely want to take advantage of that. And we got a storm tomorrow. Can I make a lightning rod happen for tomorrow? So we can get the battery and get that knocked out. Because then it's just an iridium or... And I can't remember what the last item was, but it was something really easy to get a hold of. So for a lightning rod, I need... Oh, I got that. Quartz, bat wings. Boom. There we go. So then I'll still need... It was an iridium... Right, I think it was 5 quartz and an iridium ore. That's not what I want to do. Was the things I still needed for that. And I honestly believe that will finish up the boiler room. So that'll be a big one. Oh, we got our grape. What was the last thing I needed for... There we go. No, that's summer crops. I'm looking for... Ah, sweet peas. Okay. So we find a sweet pea today, we can finish the foraging room in the community center. If I get that, I believe it will just straight up give me 20 of the summer forageable seeds. And if we get those seeds, then that lets me start bootstrapping the production of our money production pretty quickly. Because we'll do the same thing we did in the spring where I set up a ton of those crops. Only this time, by the time we're done with the season, I should be able to make, the sprinklers happening. Not for the whole thing, but we'll start offloading more and more of the work over the sprinklers. I'll do a lot of mining to get that. The thing I need to keep a watch on is I am going to need to... There. So I need to slay 3 ghosts. Alright, that's algae. So no luck today for the cookie front. I'm gonna do the full lap here real fast for the forageables. Just because if I can finish the community center, that'll be good. So I guess back to making money sooner. And get all that. I'll probably need to adjust this a little bit. Because the sprinklers are going to be grabbing are going to be the 3x3 area coverage, if I remember correctly. Because I think it's the iridiums that are like the 5x5. Oh wait, I can't do the mine today. I don't have my pickaxe. That's fine. I need to clear all of this up later as well. Come on, Sweet Pea. And Sweet Pea. So we can go to the community center, and that'll be significant progress. I am going to deliberately leave the spaces I need for the sprinklers in my planning the other area. That way, as I get sprinklers ready, we can start plopping them down, and we're already, you know, set up and good. Alright, we get our pickaxe back tomorrow in game. I do have the temptation of immediately just upgrading it again to get it up to the iron quality. If I have the money, I don't know if we will. Because I still need like 300 more. I could probably make that money happen by just... Oh wait, we could just sell the gemstones. Like the amethyst that I'm sitting on, I could just sell those and be done with it. That's gonna make the ghost thing potentially hard. What I can do... Oh, there's a bush. What I can do is, after we drop off the community center, even though I can't mine, I could drop to some of those cave floors that have a high frequency of having the ghosts. And just see if we can't bait it into spawning some ghosts, knock that out to get the ticket, because that's another thing I need for the community center, because of the remix thing. Which I kind of hate, because I really want to use the tickets as the tickets. Because they're good for that. Alright, so drop all you off. We'll leave 1 here. I'll come back to make those seeds in a minute. Okay, I have enough for the 200 here for the community center as well. And I'll also want to get these summer seeds planted when we get here. We're doing a lot of running around in a very inefficient way just because of the way these things are lined up. The good news is these are the kind of things that once I get them knocked out once, I never have to think about them again. And so that makes our life easier. I'm not super worried if we miss the ghosts and we don't get the ticket for right now. Those tickets are going to be pretty big for us as time goes on, because it'll be another source that we could potentially get our trees and seeds and other stuff from. But still. Alright. $30 summer seeds. I was wrong. I thought it was going to be 20. Cool. And that opens up the last room, which is the give us money room. Okay. Let's actually double check to see if this is the give us money room still. Yeah. So that's what I'm not going to put a huge priority on because it's literally money. Oh, wait. Construction bundle. I totally forgot. That's why I grabbed the wood. That's still down there as well. Alright. Cool. So I just need the 10 hardwood, and then that's done. So do I go to the caves first looking for the ghosts, or do I plant first? I think the correct decision is to plant first, even though it means it's more likely I just won't get the ghost done. But, you know, that's kind of important. Hey, Proger, how's it going? Alright, sorry about that. Okay. Let's get these planted. I'll go one farther, just so it lines up with the distance this covers. Is this not going to line up at the end? Ah, I messed that one up. I also can't undig it. That's fine. No, actually it lined up perfectly. Okay, so you, and you. Skip that one. And that was because I'm making room for the sprinklers. Alright. With a pickaxe, I believe I can actually pull that spot back up if I wanted, but it's fine. Alright, so I'm going to do a quick run over to the mines again. I'm not going to be able to dig anywhere because I don't have the pickaxe, but what we're going to try and do is pop into the same levels that you see, like the skeletons and all that. I'm popping in, looking for a ghost, and then leaving, because I do need to kill 3 ghosts for a quest that is going to give me a ticket, which is another thing I need for the community center. It'll also be, tickets will be something I'll definitely want to pursue as able, because those do give me the opportunity to get stuff like fertilizer and tickets and all sorts of stuff. And thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. There's lots of really good stuff I can get from that. I should also, if I remember, get a tap on... Alright, so no one 75. Alright, we got our first ghost. Since there's really no way to speed up the rate you kill the ghost without having just more damage on your weapon. We're gonna rough up the skeletons as we go. Okay, cool. And it gave me a refined corpse, which is extra. Cool, so we got our first one. Alright. Nope, not seeing a ghost. We don't care about the other stuff, we're just here for the ghost today. I want to actually deal with them. They're not ghosts, they're not relevant to me. Let's check some of the other floors and see if we got better layouts where I can pop in here real fast. Nope, no ghost here. Yeah, a lot of these are too big for me to peek at in 2 seconds and know if there's a ghost. That's kind of what I'm looking for, is where I can pop into a floor and instantly be like, okay, there's a ghost here, deal with it and leave. I think the air floors are... I think the floors we started with are probably my better choices. Is this one I can just run to the right? No ghost. Oh, right, I still don't have a pickaxe. I was like, let me break that real fast and I can get that gem. Oh, right. The whole reason I'm doing the resets versus just trying to dig down is my pickaxe is currently with Clint. And so we're just kind of filling time. Oh, I got a staircase here. Might as well. We can get hardwood from these if we're lucky. That's it, blocked in that end. I don't think we got a ghost here. Oh, wait, we do. Spoke too soon. Come on, give me some crits. Okay, so that's 2. Just need 1 more ghost. One of the other places I could potentially get seeds is some of the higher floors in this place. Do have like lots of bushes and all that. And I could potentially go in there and just smack bushes. I don't really want to do that. I will if I have to. I'm not gonna worry about this. I'd have to fight through all the skeletons to check the bottom half of that room, so it's not worth my time. Like if I saw a ghost down there, it'd be worth me trying to go after it, but for how long it's gonna take me to fight through it all, I'm better just doing resets. Floors aren't that big. Pretty soon I need to have my character heading back. Because we still don't have the minecart set up. Actually, I think this is literally what I'm working on right now is what I need to set up the minecarts. I'll do one last lap and then I gotta go. I'm already pushing my luck way farther than I should. Because I also gotta factor it takes me a little while to kill the ghosts. Yeah. That's fine. We should be able to get back here in-game tomorrow. Get the last ghost sorted. Once we've got that, I'll be able to have the minecarts in the future, so that'll make getting around the map way easier so I can push my time a little bit farther. But as is, we're going to be pushing pretty close to the 1 AM cutoff where we take the endurance penalty. Plus, there would have been value as well in me spending time to clear my farm, but that said, I think getting the ticket locked in for the community center, probably the better use of our time. Alright, as well as let's grab, not you, because I think I need you for the sprinklers. Let's grab these gemstones. Not you. Do I think that'll be enough to get 300? I don't remember how much amethyst is worth. What I'm trying to make sure is that at the end of the day, I have enough money. We'll grab the bat wings. We can sell those. I have enough money that, that tomorrow in game I can pay to have my pickaxe upgraded again. Alright, so I think that's the sound of us getting the way to the railroad tracks opened up. Okay, I overkilled it. That's fine. I just wanted to really make sure I had the money for being able to upgrade our pickaxe again. Alright, so rainy day. Don't need to worry about any of that. Let's see. Rual Storge. This is embarrassing. I lost my lucky purple shorts. I'm telling you because I think I can trust you. If you find them, bring them back to me discreetly. I will pay you. Thanks, Mayor Lewis. Vote for Mayor Lewis in your next mayoral election. Do I think I can become friends with Marnie fast enough for fun? I don't want to prioritize it because it's not that important. But in this particular one, I'm not particularly worried about the friendships and all that, really. So, you know, where normally I might actually respect that request. In this one, I've got no incentive to respect that request. So, it is what it is. Alright, so you want me to find the shorts. Alright, and we just have the bars and all. We don't have any geodes because I didn't have the pickaxe ready. Alright. So what we might end up doing for this in-game day is I'm going to upgrade the pickaxe right away. And, alright, here we go. I'm going to upgrade the pickaxe right away to have it ready. I might poke at fishing a little bit. Oh, right, I forgot there's a lot of bushes up here. Come on, mixed seeds. Help me out, friend. Cool. Alright, well, we got a mixed seed out of that. So, not amazing. Mixed flower seeds? Yeah, they added those with the update that got us here. Right. So I want to make sure I drop by Clint's. Yeah. So drop by Clint's, do the upgrade real fast. We're going to run up to the mine, see if I can't get the ghost. If I can get the ghost, that'll be great, because then I can immediately turn around and do the next thing I need to do with that. Turn that in, get the ticket, go to the community center, you get the idea. The seeds will all be easy to do. I've already got it, you know, pulled up and everything. I just got to shove the seeds in the ground. Hey, Lucid, how's it going? So we'll get all that going. But those bushes aren't going to make a huge thing. Alright, we're going to upgrade our tools and immediately say upgrade again. And the reason I'm doing that is we're kind of delaying being able to do a lot of stuff. And we're doing that in favor of being able to, as quickly as possible, basically we're delaying our pushing the caves farther to then try and get that. Do mixed seeds have a chance to be any seasonal crops? Not literally any. Like, for example, the spring ones do not include the strawberries. They also don't include the crops that you can get the next year going by. So it's kind of the ones, basically, if you can buy it from Pierre's shop or Joja Mart at the beginning of the game, it includes all of those. But it does not include the ones that are like you buy from the festivals and that kind of stuff. Those you have to get from the traveling merchant, or I think the winter market will also have it. Alright, so let's run up here. We're going to tag Evelyn's trash can. See if we can get some cookies. No cookies today. And I didn't have anything for the museum, right? Not today. Alright, so we're going to go pop into the cave, try and get that last ghost killed real quick. If we do manage to kill the ghost really quick, we can go turn that in, get our ticket, drop it off at the community center. We're probably getting pretty close to as well of when the mystery boxes start to show up. I actually don't know what the trigger is for that, if it's a set day or if, you know, you have to gain a certain amount of levels or make a certain amount of money or a certain amount of friendship. I have absolutely no idea. I imagine it's probably just the day based on the kind of mechanic it is. Alright, give me a ghost. Right away. Let's not dilly-dally. We can just get our ghost and move on to their lives. Couldn't go any farther than that without the pickaxe. That's fine. But yeah, so it's not all of the seasonal crops, but it is a subset that contains, like, most of the ones that are going to need for the community center, outside of, like, the bulletin board, we should be able to get with the mixed seeds. Hey, Studio, how's it going? So it is one of those things that, like, it'll help a lot. We're actually probably going to get most of our community center crops from the mixed seeds. But as you can see, if I'm only getting a couple of mixed seeds here and there, versus, like, the first season I got a ton of them, because there's bushes everywhere to be broken. Now we're past that first season, we just don't see very many bushes to break, because it takes a while for them to, like, build up. Come on, give me a ghost. Alright. What are you working on? So I have a quest that'll give me a ticket, which I need for the community center. But I gotta kill 3 ghosts. I've killed 2, and I'm just trying to get the last one to show up. So we're just running around these floors here because they've got a pretty good rate of spawning the ghosts. Alright, come on. But otherwise, we're just trying to work at our community center. We are doing a thing where I'm not allowed to buy any seeds from Pierre or from Joja. So mixed seeds are a huge thing for me in this run. We have been destroying all bushes we see as we see them. And otherwise just doing all we can to make that all work. Yeah, we don't see a ghost here. I'd probably check some other floors too, just keep from bouncing between those floors. We'll check 75. I physically can't move out of that area, so we'll check 65. Oh, there's the ghost. Hey. Don't hang back. Get over here. I guess technically I could sit here and go out of my way to kill these things for more coffee seeds. That's probably not a good use of time, though, because of how long it'll take me to, like, I'll get a coffee bean or 2 a day, probably. Alright, so we finished that. And who am I turning you into? The wizard. Okay. Let's run over to the wizard's place as fast as we can. And turn that in. That should give us our ticket. I need to avoid the automatic temptation to immediately run over and use the ticket at the mayor's house, because I need that one for the community center. Once I get the one at the community center, all the other tickets are going into the machine at the mayor's house, just to try and get lucky and get some more of the fruit trees and that kind of nonsense. Did I actually check the cave? No. Nothing there today. I've got to get... It'll be good when I get the pickaxe back and can clear that stuff out. Alright. I don't remember what time the wizard closes the door. It'd be a real bummer to get that done and not arrive over here in time. We're also going to want to upgrade our axe in not super long so I can break the bigger log so we can open up the secret forest. The last round we played, I had the secret forest open within spring, which is really good. The elements are pleased with the job you did. Here's your payment as promised. Cool. That's all I want to is compensation. I don't really care about you or your motives or anything else going on. I just really wanted the money. It is what it is. Take it for what you will. Alright, so with that we got 6 more seeds to put down in our farm. So that's good news. We'll definitely need to be clearing up this as well, because if we clear up a bunch of this random junk here, it gives more places for the bushes to spawn. I don't know how much that impacts or not, but I do know the game kind of goes to tiles and tries to decide where to put stuff. Alright. So here's some more coffee, regular seeds, and flowers. So from there, let's go chop down some trees, because it's what I can work on right now. And at some point I do need to start fishing. Like, not just to, like, grind levels, but to try and get the fish for the community center. Also, to actually have enough levels to be able to catch anything difficult. Have I played through Stardew Valley a lot? Yes. I have done at least enough runs to have gone through every single one of the Bachelorette storylines from romancing them. We're going to be doing Krobus this round, but I've got over 1,000 hours in the game. Like that said, if you're looking for min-maxy gameplay, that's not the way I play the game. It's just never been an interest for me. Never been one particular for, like, speed running or anything like that. Alright. It looks like I got a couple more bushes down here on the left to potentially get some seeds out of. Alright, we can push our way through there. Come on, give me more seeds. I think that's about all I'm gonna get out of here. So there's like 1 or 2 more bushes back there, but most of them I can't reach without chopping down more than I have the energy to chop down, or having my pickaxe. Another bush. Well, that's not bush, it's a small tree. That's fine. Let's clean up a bunch of these random sticks and all that. Burn up some energy. Okay, let's quickly plant these last crops. You're going from moon to noon in your sleeping habits? Yeah, I find it difficult to, like, keep a lot of sleeping stuff. Yeah, now DMs on, like, a lot of these platforms have been... There's a use for them, like, if you're doing, like, giveaways, it's a good way of handling it. But generally speaking, I'm kind of in the same realm where it's like, you know, honestly, if DMs went away one day, it's not one of those things I'd particularly notice very much. I'd be like, oh yeah, I can't use those? Okay, that's a bummer. But it's mostly been stuff like giveaways, that kind of thing, that I have noticed it. Just because, you know, you go to give away a key, you don't want to just shoot it off into your chat and see who grabs it first or whatever. You want to do something a little bit more meaningful than that. But generally speaking, most of the DMs that I've gotten, pretty much in any platform, have mostly been kind of junk. Exceptions apply, of course. We could drop the muscle there. We'll drop the frozen tears here. Actually, sell the frozen tears. I don't think I need those for anything crafting-wise. The liquid retaining soil, I'm just going to sell it. I'm not going to be using it anyways. Cool. Because with that, what I should be able to do is get it just enough money that tomorrow when I go to pick up my pickaxe, I might be able to drop off my axe and get it its first upgrade. You know, by then we'll be basically tapped on our cash. Sunny all day tomorrow. We got our 7... I totally forgot we had the 750 coming. That's fine. So we're more than solid on that. We got our battery that I need for the community center as well. Which means I need a singular iridium ore for the community center. I need 5 of the quartz for the community center. And all that. And then that would finish where we get our railroad tracks. Let me see where I'm at with the refined quartz. I might have 5. If not, I'm at least 3. I don't think I've used any for anything. And all that, so that'll be good news. Okay. But then with that, we'll have the minecarts available, which means now instead of having to do this whole thing where I gotta run from, like, one half of the map to the other to, you know, reach Clint in the morning, to, you know, get to the mines, to check the beach, all these things I have to do there. I'm gonna get all that time wastage out of here, which would be great, because with that, I can start focusing more time on other stuff. And I've been bad about doing the fishing at the moment. I am going to need to pick that up. That's fine, though. Alright. I'm at 2. But I do have plenty of these, so what I'm going to do here real fast is go like this. And that should give me the refined quartz I need. I don't remember how long quartz requires refined. Different goods have different time lengths. There's no point in me running to the community center when I'm just going to have to run to the community center immediately again. We're on Thursday, not Friday, so we're not quite ready to check the traveling merchant. Cool, we got our blackberry and our orange. I do not need... The blackberry I need a lot of for it to count. Right now, I'm just going to stash the orange for later. But that'll end up being a good one for later. So I'm going to go run up here. Gonna check for our forageables. So we're going to run up, go around to the side where I go to the bus stop. By then, the refined quartz should be ready. Oh, right, I still need to go by Clint's. So yeah, we'll just go this way, we'll go over to Clint, we'll take the bus stop back. And at that point, we'll be able to make decisions around there. So do we have any more bushes up here? Nope, we're all clear. I definitely want to get the horse early on. But I believe the horse requires hardwood, and right now we can't get hardwood particularly easily. Not till our axe is upgraded. Okay. Let's go hit up Clint, drop off our axe real quick. From there, cut by the bus stop, check for any more stuff that we can forage. And with that, I can potentially have everything I need to get the mine carts off unlocked in the community center, as well as get a little bit more progress there. Oh, you're still working on it? Oh, that's my bad. Break that geode. I thought it was ready. It's tomorrow that's ready. Well, that's kind of a bummer, but that's okay. It is alright. Let me guess, you gave me another painting or something I don't care about. Yep. We also need to check for Evelyn's cookies, because we're trying to snag those. Give him a break, he's doing the best he can. No. No, Clint does not get any breaks. Only characters who get character growth at some point in the game get breaks. You gotta earn your breaks. Okay, well that's another community center thing that's gonna be done here. We also got stuff for the museum there. That's all fine. I'm not gonna be upset about extra thing. Like, don't get me wrong, like, Clinton can be thing. I bet it's hard being a blacksmith up in a town for like 20 people. Oh yeah, no, don't get me wrong, if you step back, you look at the economics of Stardew Valley, there's no way half of these people are making it. There is just, for the businesses they have in question, there is nowhere remotely close to enough people here to support their businesses. Like, you're in a town that you've got a general store and a big box store, and again, there's a population of 20. You're gonna have to be moving some serious, like, the only way it works is if the people who live in Stardew Valley are absolutely loaded and being very spendy. You have a doctor's office where there's only 20 potential patients. Not even, because, you have the doctor themselves. I mean, that's still 20, because, like, 28 people in the whole area or whatever. But you get the idea. It's like, that's not really a sustainable number of people for that type of business. Did we get seeds? I don't think we did. Right. Alright. Let's grab those. We can pop over to the community center real fast. Drop that off. So that'll be some good progress. I should be able to get at least one more round of the forageable seeds for the summer made, so we can plant those to, again, start spinning up the money making for the summer. Because we're leaning on the forageable since we are doing the things where we can't get pierres and all that, so I can't just buy a mountain of seeds. We'll be able to do that once we start getting to the desert. I won't be able to have access to the whole range of seeds I'm going to potentially want or need. But, alright, so what I need here... Yeah, okay. So now I just need to get one iridium ore, which most likely we'll end up getting from a geode. So crab pot. Boom, that's done. And we have the prize ticket goes in the bulletin board. Does it remember where? There you are. And that'll be the blackberries and all that. That's where the cookie's gonna go. Now we got the battery and the 5 quartz. They need 1 iridium ore and 1 fire quartz. Once we get our pickaxe back, the fire quartz should be easy peasy. We're already down to the fire levels. We'll find it plenty. And when it comes to the iridium ore, most likely we'll end up just getting that from a geode. It's not a particularly rare rare material. We can technically get it from just breaking rocks and stuff in the fire level. Its RNG's not as good, but the point still being, I'm not worried about that at all. We should have that soon. I totally forgot I need the fire quartz and the iridium. But yeah, so we are right around the point we're going to be unlocking the minecarts. Okay, so drop you off. Sort. So I've got... Where's the last one? So 2 of you, 2 of you, 2 of you. Keep the portable stuff going. But that means I can start pushing the mine again properly the next in-game day. Because I'll have my pickaxe to make that happen. Alright. That's not what I want. I'm glad that doesn't trash the crops. What's the next goal? So, right now my immediate goals are I want to get the pickaxe done upgrading to the iron. That's already in progress. When it comes out, I'm going to want to get our axe upgraded to its first level up. Okay, I'm just going to shove you up here. I want to get that up. We would like to pretty much reach the end of the mine, because that'll be just something useful in general. But we're just trying to get a bunch of stuff done. I do need to put a little bit of time into fishing. I've been completely neglecting that. So I am going to have to fish some to get the various fish I need for the community center. I've mostly been putting it off from the perspective of it's not what I've got my progress set around. Like, we're doing the community center. That's the goal with this challenge, is we are doing the community center with all this other stuff going on. And that'll be a big thing. Alright, so I'm going to stop being stubborn about the fishing thing. And I'm going to fish a little bit down here. I'm going to try and not, like... For me personally, if you sit there and just grind fishing, I enjoy the fishing in the game. I do not enjoy when I'm fishing for multiple straight days. So I'm really trying to avoid that. But as you can see, we're only level 1 fishing because I've been neglecting it so badly, and I need to get ahead of that. Because I'll need to do a lot of fishing for the community center. It's also a thing that I gave myself a rule that I can't fish for profit in this run. And a big part of that is so I don't sit there as my workaround for not being able to farm effectively because of our limitations in the challenge. That I don't just turn to wake up, fish, until day done. Because you can make ridiculous money that way. But, you know, fishing long-term does not stay entertaining to watch. Truffles it is? Oh, well, Truffles is way later. That's, you gotta require multiple levels of upgrades of your barn to get the pigs. Which can be great money, but it is one of those things that you're, like, by then you've already made it. That's the point of, you're no longer just trying to make money, now you're trying to be efficient about it. So when it comes to, like, making wine, truffles, stuff like that, that's late game. Because what? To get the fully upgraded barn, you're in it, like, I don't know the exact amount. I have done the math, but like 28,000, because you gotta do your multiple upgrades. Then you also have to go and then get the pigs themselves, and you're gonna want to have the silo to put all the stuff in there. So by the whole time you set up, you're looking at 40, 50,000 or something like that to get pigs up and running. And then realistically, you're gonna want more than one pig. And on top of that, when you hit winter, the truffles stop. That said, they're definitely a good one. I'm assuming some of these were stuff I needed. Pike I don't need, the sunfish I do, the bream I do, the chub I don't. Alright, so I had 2 fish I needed for the community center from that. That's fine. That's the kind of way I want to approach fishing for this run, is just grab one of the places that we need to catch a couple things, go catch 1 or 2 fish that we need for the community center, deal with it, and then move on. I just don't want to sit there and, you know, stand next to the river and just fish for 2-3 hours at a time. I'd rather run around and do stuff. Don't care. Oh, I've already popped the trash can. It's gonna like pop it right next to Clint and be like, who are you gonna tell? Everyone thinks you're a weenie. Could be like, I saw Rual go dig in the trash. And people like, look, man, Clint, you're just jealous. We know, but you shouldn't slander other people's names. It's really not okay, man. It's pretty messed up. How dare you? Oh yeah, eel I think was, I can't remember the spring or summer night at rain. Definitely need to worry about that. Alright. So per the rules we have for this run, I may not sell the fish for money. What I'm probably going to do is the moment we get to the point of having our own kitchen, we're just going to start, any extra fish we get are just going to become sashimi. Or I could smoke them and then just eat the smoked fish. That should do relatively well for us. Meanwhile, I'm getting to the point of too much junk. We can start moving all the fish and fish-related things over. Okay. We can do one more round of those. Drop off the wood and the rock. Oh, and the quartz. And now I could... Oh, I had another spicy berry? Oh, never mind, I haven't crafted it yet. Yeah, 14, that's plenty of energy for this. And we are spent. Okay. So what's going to happen here in just a moment, chat, is for those new to the channel, I do take about a 5-minute break a couple hours into stream. It's just about the time that my wife gets home from work and all that kind of good stuff. So I run downstairs to welcome her home, quickly heat up some dinner or whatever, and then I come back up from there. That's my one big break for the stream. I do stream for 9 hours a day. It's just the timing is it's not halfway through. It's kind of early stream. With all that said, thanks so much for tuning in, and I will be back in just a couple minutes, and thank you again for tuning in. Alright, Terrain, I presented you a nice large target. Excellent. Breaking news, Rual single-handedly cuts down the Amazon. Hey, that's what it gets for taking up so much of the planet. It's all like, I produce most of the air on the planet. Look, nature, no one asked you. Please, no. Yep, that's it. Runs over. I didn't gray zombie and gray street and gray rain. Yeah, so it's literally just the poor visibility of the rain. So let's, I want to see where that zombie was, like, just to see how it masked him. Yeah. I can see why I didn't see.
Gliding down.
I need to not be holding the button if I do that. But yeah, so it is. Why did I go to the moon? I don't understand. Why? I think I found a bug in the physics engine. What do you think, chat? I'm not sure what I hit, but I didn't just slam into the roof and get stuck here. Like we kind of glided up here. I have to find out. I was waiting for there to be like a med kit in there and just like med kit myself back up. Well, there's those chemicals I needed. And dead. You're half expecting a random get. Oh, just like a. Okay. There's fuel in there, but because we pulled the reactor, it doesn't look like it's that bad. Nice. So yeah, literally all I had to do was just grab the reactor and be like, all right, get it out of here. Oh. There's apparently still fuel on that line. In the front, nothing there, nothing there. This zombie's close enough that it could see me, so kill it. The door's open, there's no zombies in there. I'll say zombies in the backyard. I'll go check over here. Now around this corner I'm gonna run, just in case a zombie is around that corner to grab me. Okay, so I see there's no zombies around the building anymore. Just double checking. So now what I would do is I'd go to the front door, which I'm hoping is still intact for the demonstration. We can pretend it's closed. And what I'll do is I'll do this. I'll walk up and I'll start mashing space to bang the door a bunch, or I will yell a bunch and I'll wait out here. And the reason I'm doing that is that way I can start hearing the zombies banging around and stuff inside the house. Please don't break that. You're a real jerk, you know that? That I perhaps have underestimated you. That's on me. That was disrespectful. I should have given you more credit. Credit where it's due. You are definitely still a menace and you're still threatening. But not you. She's a jerk. bad place. Okay, so this is not what I want. Oh, this is not good. This whole area is compromised. Don't screw me, game. Okay, are we done with the compromise part? Okay, that was not a good time. I don't have anywhere that needs power generation right now. Take that back, I do. Well, that's a game over. We just killed about 645 people there. Thanks, everyone. Sorry. I did not expect that to do that. My apologies. Stop it, eyes. I need you to cut it out. Are you having the emotion? Yeah. Don't you hate it when that happens? Think we broke Strainer? Yeah. I think I've only gotten teary-eyed, what, 3 times on stream? Like, are very not comfy. Alright. We can dive deeper than the vehicle. Yeah, I mean, the idea behind this vehicle is like it's a big glass. I feel like I should be leaving. Nope, it's time to leave. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, you go. Hi. Well, I found the bomb. I thought that bomb was going to be the treasure chest. I was not anticipating a bomb on a button. Well, that's not going to help us. Yep. It's probably fine. That'll almost certainly not have any repercussions for us, having the entire group of guests who are going to stay die from heat stroke. My colonists are doing fine, so I don't know what their problem is. Maybe they should just have made themselves out of tougher stuff. Need to sit for a moment and rest. Drop the backpack, do some exercises. Oh, right. And I am back. Sorry about that. Okay, so we just woke up. It is Friday in game. So with Friday being the in-game day, alright, so tomorrow we're gonna have like the whole fog thing. The big thing tomorrow is to smash just as absolutely many bushes as we can. It's a chance for me to get a decent amount of stuff. I do know one of the community center things is we got the brewing bundle, which means I'm gonna have to get kegs and make wine and mead and beer and all those things. So we want to keep the wheat because I think that's I can't remember if wheat makes the pale ale or what it makes. But it's gonna be one of the ones. We're gonna have to get the hops to make one of the other things. I'm gonna have to get honey going, which I need to make. Alright, yeah, I also need the resin. I'm gonna need to go ahead and get a couple of the things you attach to trees that I'm blanking on the name for some reason. The taps. I'm gonna need to get the tap set up so we can start getting all that moving, because we're gonna need that for the community center as well as just other things. That'll be good. Pretty soon we're gonna have to deal with that. Also, we have the traveling merchant should be here today. Good chance we're gonna lose a bunch to them. That traveling merchant's gonna end up taking half our money. By the time run is over, that traveling merchant is gonna absolutely be bankrolling off of us. We're gonna independently put their kids through college. Alright. Okay, and I do have the iron bars on me. Because we want to drop by Clint's today, get the pickaxe. I do not have copper bars on my person. Do I have copper bars at all? That's not the right box. So where I was saying I was going to go by and upgrade my axe while I'm there, I am lying to you. I'm not going to do that. Because I don't have that kind of... Like, we're probably going to actually lose our money to the traveling merchant here. Because I'll want to do a bunch of upgrades and whatnot. Or sorry, I'm going to want to buy seeds and all that from them. But I also don't have the copper bars, so that's fine. The axe isn't as urgent. Like, we'll end up getting a lot of mushrooms and all that from the secret area, but there's other sources for those. Well, there's the cookies, so I don't have to worry about that now. And grab another thing of wheat seeds. And that'll do for right now. So we've got our cookie for getting another one of the sections of the community center done. So that's good news. We can just run over here. We'll hit up Clint. We can drop by the community center on the way back. And do all that. And you'll probably have noticed where in spring I was like the first week I was mostly just foraging. Like, you know, mixing stuff in everywhere else. We're at the phase now where the foraging kind of takes care of itself through being able to do, like, the cycles of crops. Like, I'll grab stuff as able. Let's also check, see if we get the rainbow shell. I can't remember if the rainbow shell... Cool. Was that community center as well? It's not. That's fine. We'll end up needing that anyways. I'm not going to worry too much about tracking down the coral and all that unless I have nothing better to do. For the moment, it's going to be pushing pretty hard on the mines to getting the iridium ore I need and the fire quartz. Alright, so I got the steel pickaxe. I don't have the money to do the other stuff. Because if I can get the iridium and the fire quartz, then we get our mine carts. And then once we get that also, as soon as we unlock the better sprinklers through, like, piecing together what little farming we can do, a bunch of stuff. You want a fire quartz. It's probably not going to happen, Haley, but if I get a spare, I'll get you one. And the other thing is we were talking about doing the thing where we become roomies with Krobus. We can't even start romancing, or... I keep saying romancing, but it's plutonic between you. We can't begin friendshipping Krobus until year 2, because that's when Krobus actually shows up. So you can get the wheat seeds down. Boom, done. I meant to drop that off the community center while we're there, so we'll just take that as our route back. Okay. So our big goal is to try and get a single unit of iridium ore and a fire quartz. If we can get both of those done today, that means we get minecarts. If we get at least one of them done, that's still not bad. Geodes are going to be a potentially really good place so that we can just find the fire quartz on the floor there. That's the reason I'm not super worried about any of that. For the moment, the things I think are going to be our bottleneck in this run is, one, just getting the crops from the various seasons. I think the biggest thing that's going to take me the longest is getting the quality crops. Where I have to get, you know, like 5 melons of a certain quality. It wasn't melon, but it's other ones. Those are going to be a big pain for this run. Just because I can't guarantee myself that. So it is possibly going to be a thing that I just have to push until we get the seed maker. Come on. break these for the possibility of getting hardwood. We also have the remixed rewards, and that's part of why I have not a good weapon. If we get a prismatic shard, once I can get the Calico Desert, that is a solvable problem. There's also other ways I can get some better weapons, but... Alright. Yeah, so all these are taking me about one hit less. I guess I should be prioritizing getting the gold as well. Because I'll need that gold for the sprinklers. Go away, crab. I know you drop bombs, but you just take me too long to kill for me to care. Purple mushroom, good to see. Just go away. My damage is too low for that problem. Oh, I forgot to drop you off. That's fine, we can do that in a minute. We do need the purple mushroom, so it's good that we found that. I figured we probably did. Technically, you can also find... I think there was like 1 or 2 weapons you get out of the crates as well. I don't know if they'd be better than what I've got, though. Don't heal it. Go away. Don't heal the bat. Thank you. All right. Thank you, Wifey. You enjoy. All right. That's just Tomb grabbing me dinner back out of the oven. It's the leftover calzone from the other day. Which will probably be something I'll worry about in a little bit later. When we get to the game switch. For those who don't know with the channel, usually about halfway through stream I'll end up switching. We got a little while so that comes up. But I'll probably do the game switch to something that, you know, I don't have to like completely pause the game just to take a break to like snack and something. Something like RimWorld or Farm Sim or something like that. But we'll worry about that when we get there. We still got like a good 2-ish hours till that happens, so that's not anytime soon we gotta worry about. Him yelling from the other room. I am insanely worried about it. Ossified Blade. Okay. That is significantly better than what I've got, so goodbye Pirate Sword forever. Alright, so that's way better than what we were dealing with. Making real solid progress. We're at 92 per floor. Still got time left the day. Energy is becoming a little bit of an issue. That's just not surprising. I also want to actually not miss those bushes. They're one of my few sources of seeds. They're just a very unreliable source of seeds. Alright. Okay. That is what is hoping not to have. Alright. I mean, we're dealing. As we get through this floor, then we're done with this set. What's the Yeti Tooth? Level said floor, really fast, 26 to... Okay, that's already just... So it's the same damage. It still is a sword. It gives us defense. That's much higher than that. It has a reduced weight, which I believe is knockback, and a much higher speed and crit power. Yeah, so that'll be faster. It's higher damage. Like... Same damage per hit, but had faster attack speed, so higher total damage per second. Alright. Cool. The good news is finally this place is going to be way easier for us to deal with because we actually have a weapon worthwhile. Alright. Didn't even have to ask. Just watch the stream. Didn't even ask, just have to watch the stream. I missed something? It's probably something that made sense in the context of what's said, but then I get distracted dealing with the fighting. Alright, so we finally got our way down. I don't think we have enough time to push for the next 5 floors. Unless we get real lucky right from the get-go, which I will take. I'll try. Because I'm more just hoping we get lucky here. You're looking for. 11th question, but you answered it. Gotcha. Yeah, no, we've been dealing with some pretty awful weapon situation up until this very push we're at right now. Then we finally got a decent weapon. Yeah, we're done. I don't have time. We gotta get back. We did not get the iridium or the fire quartz we had hoped for, but we did get other things, so that is good news nonetheless. That said, we did also push, you know, several floors deeper. We're at, I can't remember, I think it goes down to floor 120 is the bottom of that, that mine, which is the requirement to get the skull key, which we'll need for doing the skull caverns whenever we get the bus fixed. But yeah, getting that stuff will also be good. I also remember we checked here. I need to make sure I'm on top of checking in this room. They don't give, like, this is the reason why they aren't as good as the mushrooms. Is the mushrooms, the rate they give you more stuff is very frequent. Whereas the fruit bats, they're a lot more hit and miss. Okay, drop you and you off. We've already done the red mushrooms. We'll store those. I think the diamond in that I need for the art place. We can store the purple mushroom. We can store that here. We'll want more copper. We can drop the crab off over here. I'll drop off one of the aquamarines. Cool. And that means we've got the mixed seeds we got put away. And our endgame day knocked out. The apricot tree wasn't able to grow. A green haze has descended. Saw the weather report last night, and I'm not quite sure what will happen, but if anyone wants to take shelter at the saloon, I'll keep it open all day. Okay, so I don't actually care about any of that. All I care is this means bushes. Lots of bushes, and bushes mean mixed seeds. So we only care about going around breaking as many of these bushes as we can while we have the chance. This will be our time to catch up a lot on these mixed seeds for ourselves. I'm not going to fight with that whole west side of my farm unless we get everything else cleared. Just because we'll have to deal with getting around the trees too much. We should be able to go down here and find a bunch of the stuff in the forest. Because all these bushes disappear tomorrow. Okay. Come on, give me more mixed seeds. I'm trying to remember if there was a crafting recipe for mixed seeds. I don't think there was. I know there is for the seasonal seeds, but I think the mixed seeds there wasn't. I can't go that way. All right. Really counting getting more mixed seeds out of this. Not a great amount of mixed seeds, but better than this. I mean, we're at 4 so far if you're counting the flowers as part of them too. Yeah, it's still probably worth it. Like, we're up to 6 more. It's not as good as I was hoping, but it's still more progress than I would got if it was not happening. Would not have gotten I can words. Alright. Besides, it is something different. But yeah, so this event, for those who haven't done this before, it's a thing that just happens during the summer. The big things that happen. Oh, you know what I need to do? One of the big curly trees. Let's cut it down so we can make sure we get the fern, because that fern can be a real pain to get a hold of. And I don't think I saw it on the community center, but I'd hate to have just overlooked it. Alright. Okay, so we're up to 10 seeds so far, so this is not terrible. But yeah, no, this event's really good for getting a bunch of moss, getting a bunch of fiber, which can be hard to get a hold of. You can get the fiddle fern, which, if you don't get access to the secret woods really early, you don't get a chance. Oh, I didn't ever know she stood outside during this event. Where did all these plants come from? It's a surprise, but I'm not complaining. You would be like that, Leah. She's like, wow, the entire world has been overtaken by, like, vegetation suddenly. You know what? I'm down with this. Let's see, you fail hard at the fishing event in general. You play this on an iPad? Gotcha. I've never tried to play on a tablet or anything. I can imagine that, like, a touchscreen style interface for fishing would probably put you at a pretty severe disadvantage. I've never been one personally who's big on, like, any touchscreens type gaming, like whether it's my phone or a tablet, or like I don't have one anymore, but I had a touchscreen monitor for a while because I was writing software that would be for, like, you know, again, phones, tablets, whatever. So having the touchscreen was good for that kind of stuff. So instead of just, like, testing what it would be like on a mouse or have to, like, you know, sideload into your phone again and again. You know, which you'd have to do that, but when you're in that early phase of development, you don't feel the need to, like, jump on the phone every time. That tends to be when you're more into, like, okay, we've kind of got these features figured out. Let's you know, start adjusting to see how sensitive it needs to be for the phone. Is there stuff like I need to put a thing to detect, like, you know, when you push the button, if I'm not intending it to be like a push and hold situation, like, if you push and hold, you just stop detecting that it's being touched. Alright, so this is a tree of saying I want to break, because that'll give me Fiddle Fern. Did I need that? Okay, did not need that for the Quasar. It's fine. I'd, again, rather have it and not need it than be like, yeah, I don't need it. And then realize after I've missed the opportunity that I do in fact need it. Because if that happens, I would need to go, I think it's spring, get into the secret forest, or if not that, I would need to push really deep into the Skull Caverns, to have the opportunity to potentially find it. Yes, we're doing good. We're up to 22 seeds now. Make that 23. Now, granted, this forest is the best place to go to get the most of these bushes to break. Is it a nightmare writing code for different phones and tablets because of the different OS? Not really, to be entirely fair. Most of the time these days, you write your code for, like, whatever you know, software stack you're dealing with. You know, .NET, Java, whatever. And these days, for most of, like, the main mobile platforms and all that, there's ways you can write code one time for, like, all the mobile devices. And then the only differences that come up is that when you get to your functions that go, okay, well, how do I save the files? Well, how do I write to this thing? How do I access permissions? You know, this phone will have its way of doing it, the other one will have its own way of doing it. And all I would do as a developer is I'd be like, okay, is this an iPhone? Alright, if this is an iPhone, go access your storage using XYZ. I don't remember the tech because I haven't made a mobile app in forever. But you'll say, you know, access XYZ. Oh, it's Android? Yeah, instead use this library. So it's literally just like a conditional that would, you know, decide which way it goes. Or you do the compilation where when it goes to compile, it would have, you know, multiple pairs of instructions that, again, like, if it's an iPhone, you grab that pair of instructions, like that set of instructions. If you're an Android, you grab this set of instructions, you compile it out, and then when you, as the consumer, gets a hold of it, you just get what you need. It used to be way worse. It used to be absolutely terrible. Because, like, you would have Objective-C for the iPhone. And there wasn't really much in the way of other options. You just had to code in Objective-C. And then you'd have, you know, Java for Android. And you'd have the .NET languages for the Windows Phone. BlackBerry was always a joke. When it came to the apps development. I'm being unfair. BlackBerry was fine. And you just had to write the separate code bases that some people at that point were first starting to try and find commonality, but usually the way it worked in progress is you would borderline just put this thing into a translator, and then you'd have to fix it, and it'd be absolutely awful. But these days, it's not bad. You just choose one of the libraries that does the cross-platform, and you're good. Alright, so it's already 8 p.m. in day. I do have stuff to drop off at the community center. We did clear the main path that we're going to find the most stuff from. That was this one. We completely ignored all the lore and story and people talking about stuff in town and all that, and just said, yeah, we don't care. But as you can see, like, in town, there's really not hardly any of the bushes to break. It's mostly the forest path that gets really overgrown. Your farm gets a bit overgrown. And then, when you go to the mountain area, it can get pretty overgrown as well. Okay, so let's see here. Okay, so I've got the cookies, I've got the mushroom and all that. So the mushroom's going to be under the exotic foraged stuff. I don't think we have anything for our crop stuff yet. Alright, so that'll be straightforward. If we get to desert, I get those two. The morels we'll find out of place. Those will be from any of the taps, so we're good there. So what else do I have? The cookies need to go there. Just the cookies. Which is the bulletin board. Should finish up that section. And they gave me 3 batteries, which is nice and all. Alright. So those aren't available yet. The holly and the powder melon will be super easy to get my hands on. So you don't need to worry about those recipes. The foraging set, we'll get the blackberries. I can't remember if it's... I think it's next season. And then the wild plums, I think, is also next season. So that'll take care of that. So really, this is the only one that's going to take us any effort out of that group. That's just cash. That one we're only missing 2 items, the iridium ore and all that. The foraging one, genuinely by the time we reach the, let's just head back to the farm so I can plant all seeds. Genuinely by the time we reach the end of the winter, we'll almost certainly have found all of the exotic stuff we need. Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about that. It's a tiny bit of extra money and makes Marnie happy, but I don't really care. Well, actually, no, we want... I'll grab it. I don't know if we'll do it. Because it'd be fun to make Marnie happy so we can get the shorts. Because this run, since I'm not worried about, like, friendships or whatever in the long run, it's not the goal of the run. The shorts are definitely going into the luau pot. Alright. Taking a quick hit at these. And then, like I said, I want to make sure we get these seeds planted. Alright, that'll do. Still gave us 3 more mixed seeds, so that's good. Alright, so that's 22 mixed seeds and 16 flower seeds. Cleaning those up before they cause problems. And leaving room for the sprinklers. I know, I'm going to be pushing my luck with the sleep today. This is the day to make some real progress, so it is what it is. Alright, so we got all that planted, so that's all good news. Oh, we got a hot pepper. The hot pepper is not something that we need for the community center. I believe there are multiple quests for hot peppers, though, so we're going to chuck that there. We'll chuck the fiddle fern in here. Those batteries we're going to need for a lot of things later on. And the diamond and the ruby I believe I need for the museum, so we'll chuck those aside. I believe we also wanted the aquamarine for the museum as well. Pop you in there. And you in here. Alright. And honestly, the bigger challenge with mobile development and all that kind of stuff is you're going to be developing on a computer, which means you're inherently developing the code on a different piece of hardware than you're using. So it means to test, you have this whole thing where either, one, you boot up an emulator, and emulators really don't accurately portray what is like holding this. Or you have to like take the time to move it over to your phone and test on your phone. And so it just adds like an extra layer just to set up a quick test. Which is usually when you're like in the dev process testing, not so much the equivalent of like when you go and say, all right, this is the test build, go deal with it. Greetings, it is I, the Queen of Sauce, here to teach you a new mouth-watering recipe from my secret cookbook. This week's dish, baked fish. When I make one at home, my two cats go bananas. I need a second chef around just to keep them from how to be on the counter for a bite. Ha ha ha, my cats are very poorly behaved. Just make sure your fish is fresh, preferably caught by your own rod, because I have weird standards about this. Now, watch as you place a fish on a bed of spring greens. You learned how to bake fish. Cool. It's like, no, I'm sorry. You can't just go to the store and buy it fresh, or like go to the local wharf. No. If you didn't put in the time yourself, did you even participate in the process? I think not, viewer. I think not. Alright. So we are expanding the farm a lot. I also do not think radish was one of the crops we needed for this, but that's okay. We are planting it a lot. I know we've got the melon locked down, and I know for whenever we need it, if we need it, we have the red cabbage locked down. We've also got a star fruit growing in case that ends up being a necessity. It'll all be fine. It's also another day that we have the traveling merchant in the area. Which also, when it comes to selling the stuff, so say the traveling merchant has a tree I really want right now, but I'm short on money. Selling to Pierre's, like, in person still counts as doing business with Pierre, same with Joja. So, now that said, if I had something I could run over to Clint or Gus and sell in the day, that would be fine. But I can't just go, oh no, I need a little bit more money. Let me grab those fruit I've stashed away. I'd sell it to Pierre real fast to get the difference. Nope. Too little, too late. I gotta wait for the next time it comes around. I'm not too worried. Things have been going pretty smoothly so far. With those 22 or whatever mixed seeds, I'm feeling pretty good that we will get all of the summer crops we need. I was not expecting to get that many mixed seeds. In general, so that's a big win. So yeah, so all 3 of those we could stash. Give that back. I keep putting you away. I need you in my inventory. We can do this. Alright, so drop the fiddle fern out, grab you in. We'll actually grab these 2 pieces of clothing out, drop the fiddle fern in. We can grab the wood and make ourselves another box. And for right now, I'll drop the clothing in. We'll drop you in. Actually. So you just need stone and wood to make a preserves jar. I think I am going to grab a preserves jar for right now, because I'm probably going to have at least one thing locked behind that. And then with the preserves jar, we can take some of these things that we've got a little bit extra of, and slowly get ourselves some artisan's goods. So I now want to save those for Krobus, and those for George, we might actually do. I'll take the extra hot pepper, because we're going to get a bunch of those. We'll use the preserve jars to slowly build up the value of a bunch of things, and that'll help. Hey, Attack, how's it going? Yep, playing some Stardew Valley. We've been doing a challenge where I'm not allowed to shop at Pierre or Joja beyond getting the backpack. That's the only exception, was getting our bigger backpack. So, like, all of our seeds, we have to do stuff like... That's doable? Yep. This looks like a new run? Oh, yeah, no, we finished the old run. We started the new run yesterday. But we are doing a challenge run. Okay. So the pale ale I actually do want for... Alright, let's consider here. I have the pale ale I need for the brewer's... No, I need for the brewer's bundle. I think the pale ale was literally just hops, so it's honey, hops, any fruit, other fruits. The green tea is the only hard one, so I don't think we buy the pale ale. I don't think I have a need to do that. The strawberry I don't need for anything. The spicy berries are available on the ground. The honey I can make the stuff for. The large egg would be nice to skip ahead, but I don't care about. We already have a crystal fruit. The holly I need multiple of, and we'll just need to wait for the winter. The sprinkler, yeah, that's the terrible sprinkler. I don't want that one. So nothing today from there. But yeah. No, it's a very doable run. It's just where normally you just go and hit the shop and do what you need to do. We're now dealing with a lot of RNG kind of stuff that's like, okay, if I just don't get the trees to show up on the traveling merchant, that is what it is. I just gotta make it work. But yeah, so far it's not been that bad of a run. It does mean, like, getting your crop set up each season or whatever takes a lot more work to get off the ground. Alright, we got that gold bar. Just because you can't go to, like, Pierre's the first day and go, give me 200 seeds, and, like, plant them real fast. Instead, I gotta run around, smash all the bushes I can, you know, get like 5 or 6 mixed seeds, only get like the 5 or 6 plants. Do a bunch of foraging to get a bunch of the forageable seeds that don't really help. All of this is for the museum, and then we've got the thing there. And what do you have here? I'll accept that, but I don't think we're gonna end up doing it. And I've definitely not been doing well on the fishing side of things because I've just looked at this as entirely, the entire difficulty is going to be dealing with that seed stuff and all that. But I'm not super worried. Alright. And you're gonna give me another cosmetic thing I don't care about. Yay! We have a bear. I don't care about it. Wait, did I really? Oh, no. I already turned in the ruby. That's fine. Yeah, challenging but not tedious. Exactly. There's definitely more challenging things you could do, like what like had I left the restriction so I wasn't allowed to get the bigger backpack, certainly that would be harder, but it would be harder in the really, really tedious kind of way where you're just grinding really hard to run back and forth with a handful of things and just make it work. Versus this way, it's still just a matter of finding the things I need to find, making them happen, that kind of stuff. Because otherwise, this run would be me just running back and forth home the entire time, and there's already enough of that. Speaking of which, we actually are pretty tapped on stamina today. Oh, wait. We have the hot spring available. I make this work. I was sitting here going, man, we've already tapped out our stamina from dealing with the other stuff. I don't have the energy to do much in the mine, even though I want to progress the mine. This takes a while to get anything done, but when you're basically donezo for energy for the day and it's early on, and you don't have like a bunch of stuff you plan on eating. This is one way we can get some energy back and do a little bit. I'm not going to push for the full meter. We'll probably go to about halfway. Oh yeah, and the side challenge. I'm not allowed to use fishing for profit. And what I mean by that is I can, if someone says, I want an eel, I'll give you $500. That's fine. Like, to do, like, those you know, community quests where I just can't sit there and, like, grind a river where I just fish and fish and fish and fish and fish. And then take my 20, 30, 40 fish home. And, you know, drop it all in for a couple $1,000. And that's honestly more for me worrying about the content creation side of things. Just in the respects that, you know, when it comes to watching people play Stardew Valley, at least for me, a little fishing's not a big deal. But one of the things that becomes kind of rough from, like, watching perfection runs and all that is when they're down to, oh, I've got to catch this fish that's, like, got a ridiculously low rate of showing up, and it is hard. And you watch that person sit there and just fish for, like, 2-3 real-life hours, you're like, you know what I don't want to watch? Any more of that. Like, fishing is fine. You've got to do it. But when it's, like, just fishing, they're like, okay, look. Fully gained a level in combat. So we're here for a single unit of iridium ore and a fire crystal. Both of those we can find on these floors. Just got to get a little bit of luck. I definitely want to run over here real fast and grab all this ore, because I actually need copper ore because we blasted past those levels and I didn't get much copper ore from it. Okay. I also need to remember to break the bushes, because normally I don't care about the bushes. But in this run, mixed seeds are really valuable. Like, not that I want to go out of my way to seek out all bushes ever, but if I happen to be in the area. Alright, got ourselves a bomb. I'll probably save the bombs for when we're doing our push in the skull caverns. Because there's a good chance I'll have to go and push over there. Actually, now I realize, because I didn't get the Artisan Goods one, normally I have to worry about stuff like Dino Mayonnaise.
Thank you, Ushse, for subscribing for 6 months. Half a year.
Thank you, Ushse, for the tier 1 sub. That's 6 months you've been subbed to channel. That's a heckin' long time. I really do appreciate that. And that is half a year. I hope you enjoy your advertisement free viewing as well as access to the emotes. But thank you again so much for that support. It does mean a whole heck of a lot. So thank you. Alright. There we go. Finally got the stairs. I'm surprised I'm not having better luck with the fire quartz. I usually remember coming down here and very quickly ending up having like 5 or 6 fire quartz. To a degree, a lot of times I end up selling the fire quartz. Okay. We got 2 more floors to my next staircase. That's kind of rough, actually. Okay, we got the one that heals first. Alright, well, not happy about this. It's the one layout I cannot stand is this spiral. Because sometimes you just get unlucky, and you just cannot find what you're looking for. So I'm going to use the bomb here. Okay, so I need a little bit of energy. We can go eat some algae. Come on, stairs. Gonna eat some of these forageables. I forgot, the sweet pea is basically utterly useless. The spicy berry's okay. Let's break that. All right. And it gives me a full bar. Unfortunately, where it gave me that full bar, I'm almost out of time for the day. You found a star drop. Your mind is filled with the thoughts of tacos. You gain more energy. Cool. Don't care. Moving on. Good fish here. You can fish there. About the only thing you find is a lava eel, which I will need eventually because that is one of the, Yeah, I mean, the big problem is I'm about to run out of time. I've got the stamina, but, we're at almost 11 p.m. We do not have the minecarts up. Like, that's what I'm trying to down here to fix. Fake. That's what I'm down here trying to fix, is to get the, getting that 1 unit of iridium ore I need and the fire quartz. That's really hoping we just find the fire quartz real fast down here. That's fine. We're out of time. We gotta go. Like, when I get the minecart, I can just pop over here real fast, and it's really easy to get back in a hurry. But where I have to, like, walk the whole way around, I gotta, like, bail pretty early. But that said, still going pretty good. We did get 2 more seeds, so that's not nothing. We knocked out another 5 floors, so that's not nothing. We got some geodes, and those geodes can technically give me multiple of the things I need, so certainly nothing to be upset about. There's the seeds. Alright, drop the rest all off here. Yeah, so I got 5 geodes. Drop off the ruby. We'll We'll definitely put our stuffed bear outside in the rain. It'll certainly make it nicer. Alright. And we got to bed just before we take the penalty. All attacks do 10% more damage. Critical strike chance is 50% higher. I'm going to go for the critical strike chance. We also leveled up that. I care more about the ore because I'm going to need that for sprinklers because gemstones are probably just going to be for sale. Clear and sunny day tomorrow. Not that it matters. I don't have money for any meaningful upgrades. Alright, so we got some poppy seeds. Okay, so the poppies are apparently not something I necessarily need. They're really good energy. I'm gonna stash one poppy plant just in case I overlook something. We'll sell the other two. That should actually be some okay money. I must have missed watering that one time. The fact that's one day behind the others growth-wise. It'll also be good once we get to the phase where the community board shows up. And the reason for that is that community board, if you do any of those quests, it always gives you a one of the community ticket things. And that just means you get more times to roll the dice with the mayor's box there that gives you random prizes. Which does give us opportunities for, getting the fruit trees, getting a bunch of other random stuff that can help our run out. Those fruit trees are going to especially be big. One of the big downsides, the biggest part of this run is just going to be getting through the community center's crops. And just very genuinely with that, the big issue we run with the thing there is it means no greenhouse at all, because that's what you use to get the greenhouse, is that. By the time we get to the greenhouse, we're done with that entire part. So the foraging is going to happen, no problem. The greenhouse is the one that's going to be the biggest difficulty to set up. The fish is honestly just going to be making sure I take the time to deal with it, which I have not been doing. So I already know for a fact I'm gonna have to go through the second, go year 2 spring, because I didn't get the fish for spring. I should take the time to do whatever fish I need for the community center here. I've not been good about that. But I'm also imagining once I get down into the mines properly, I'll worry about that a lot less. So we've got the geodes for Clint. Let's just run over there and do those. Because those could potentially give us progress on stuff. Because with any luck, I'll go over here to Clint. I've got, what, 5 geodes? Yeah, 5 geodes. I'll get some iridium ore and a fire quartz. Because that would be amazing, because that would just finish that off. That probably won't happen, but I'll choose it anyways, just in case it does. Ooh, trash ice cream. Excellent. That would be so awful. That'd be so far past awful to just grab ice cream out of the trash. Like, all trash food is gross. But ice cream would, no matter what, be absolutely heinous. Utilizing the Linus technique? Oh, absolutely. There's the fire court. So we didn't get the... I can't buy it from you, can I? I shouldn't be able to, right? Yeah, I didn't think so. I was about to be like, can I just buy the last bit? So I'm not going to give the fire quartz here. We will want to eventually put a fire quartz here. I mean, I actually don't really care. But we aren't going to put the fire quartz here. Because I want that for the community center. Community center takes priority. Yeah, and that's, Yeah, Earthbound, where you could find all stuff in the trash. Earthbound is such a trippy game. Me and my brothers for the longest time, when people would take a picture, we would say, say Fuzzy Pickles, which was an Earthbound thing. Isn't that, describe? No, so, Earthbound is not a side-scrolling beat-em-up. It's a, it's an RPG. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, I'm in the wrong place. It's over here on the right. So I need 1 iridium ore to get our minecarts done. And then that'll be this room. That room is just money. That room won't be a big deal in the long run. In the short run, it'll be a pain. But bundle complete. 5 Omni G. Hey, you know what? Hey, Clint, we're not done yet. Buddy pal broski. If you could do me a solid and have at least one of these give me a singular iridium ore or more. Look, I'll put in a good word with Emily. That's what I'll do for you. I don't feel good about that. I feel like that's definitely not in Emily's best interest, but you know, we're being very transactional with this friendship. Let's just deal with it. You meant that genre that was you eating food from custom places? Oh yeah, no, it's been a thing in games forever, like Castlevania, breaking brick walls and getting turkeys out of them, and all sorts of stuff. Come on, Iridium. Come on, Iridium. Come on, Iridium. Look, Clint. Don't. Thank you. Thank you. Look. I'll go talk to Emily now. It's the least I can do. Alright, donate to the museum. Since we did literally just drop that off. So we're good there. Okay. Okay, a couple trash cans on the way by. And Emily will probably be at work. Because we are going to lean into this meme. Oh, well, that's not what I was expecting. Hey, Emily, this is from Clint. Sorry, Rual. I don't like this. That's fair. I did pull it melted out of the trash can, so you know. It's from Clint, though. Just to be clear, that's from Clint. Just so everyone is on the same page, that is from Clint. Just to be clear. I promised Clint I would talk to you. Not that I'd made no promise about the quality of the conversation, but a conversation did happen. So I gave you some melty trash can ice cream. You know, from your buddy Clint. And with that, next in-game day we have minecarts. And that is the first section of the community center done. We are the Junimos, keepers of the forest, purgers of the world. Humanity must fall. I may have ad-libbed a little bit there. That's clearly what that means. It's clearly using Spirit Bomb right now. Alright, so we've got our first section of the community center knocked out and finished. So that's good. The one that's just literally make money is kind of a pretty straightforward one. So we don't need to worry too much about that. It's just make money. Obviously, they know the humans are downfall of natural order. Exactly. Exactly. Alright. So the crops have been going relatively well. Oh, I think I can smash this wall now, can't I? But for the time being, I don't speak dwarf, so that's not gonna resolve. There's a good chance we will never get that sorted out, by the way. So honestly, now I just want to reach the bottom and get gold. Oh, and any opportunity we have to maybe get more seeds is always good too. We also want to break these barrels, just in the off chance we can get some hardwood out of it. Because until I have the upgraded axe, that's my only source of hardwood, and hardwood is the last thing I need for the construction bundle. But if we keep pushing this, what we'll end up doing is, when it comes to unlocking the sprinklers, I'll already have the gold lined up, and I'll just have to farm some iron. And it'll be a matter of, like, how fast I can get the materials will be how fast I can get through that. Okay. Eat our green algae. We got more algae. I was really hoping one of those would have made a staircase for me, but that's okay. Wood, stone, cudgel. So that's Slime Slayer, Slime Gatherer, extra crit power, slower speed, 27 to 40 damage. So it's slightly less damage here. I think I'd prefer what I have. The extra weight, which is knockback, but the Slime Slayer, Slime Gatherers makes me curious. Hey, Pandrific, how's it going? So let's go ahead and, you know, eat those. Hey, Evolution, how's it going? Alright. Let's not wait too long in a bunch of these. Because I don't have a whole lot of stuff I could eat for energy. Excellent, we did manage to get the next 5. Cool. I do not think we're gonna get the 5 after that, though. That's fine. Lots more crit power as well. Probably averages around the same damage output. Yeah. But it'll be the slower attack speed as well as a big thing to consider. Because it's a -1 speed versus a +3 speed. So I think I'd rather have the speed more than, you know, the other way around and all that. Alright, so there's no way we're going to realistically push the next 5 floors. I'm going to try throwing a line down a couple times here. I don't expect to catch much that we need. But yeah. But this will give us just a little bit more fishing. Maybe get something that we're missing. Because I need to be working on this more than I have been. Because we're still, I think, level 1 fishing. We're a third of the way through summer and still only level 1 fishing. And I know we didn't need the chub. That's fine. So I'm trying to remember, I believe the eel is summer evenings on rainy days. What's the difference between a piano, a bucket of glue, and tuna fish? I don't know. You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna. I'm missing the glue part of that. I knew you get stuck on the glue. I see what you did there. I see what you did there. That was clever. It was a joke with layers. Because if the person just went with it's like, okay, and like just tried to play it off as if they understood it, it would it'd ruin the joke. Okay, so I do need the bullhead. So that's good. We'll pull up this fish, and then after this fish, we'll run over, we'll drop the... How much energy do you have left? I said we'll pull up this fish, and after this fish... Yeah, no, exactly. Uche saying, it's a joke that's best done in groups, because someone will call it out. Yep. Versus you do run the risk with just 1 or 2 people that someone might... They just might, like, let it slide and not really worry about too much. Okay, toss away the sap, grab the carp. Switch our equipment real fast before we get in trouble. I think I have enough time to run by the community center to drop off the bullhead real fast. We are going to be pushing it into the evening. It's fine. Because it's 2 a.m. that you pass out, so I'm very confident we can get home by 2 a.m. We're probably going to take the stamina penalty for not getting home and to sleep by 1. But, sometimes you just don't care. Oh, and the carp. Cool, so largemouth bass I know you can catch, I believe, pretty much every season. The sturgeon, I want to say, was fall. Lava eel, scorpion, carp. I think octopus was seasonal. I don't remember about the... Oh, I only need 2 of those, so I don't need to worry about. So the lava eel, we could already just go to the dungeon. That is the fishing during the winter event. I feel like octopus is winter, but I'm not confident in that. And then the scorpion carp, I want to say is the little summer and winter. Okay. Yeah, I gotta remember what the winter is. But the lava eel is, like, no problem. I think that's the desert. That's the winter thing, so I'm not worried about that. The master fishing will be no problem. So I can get either of those. The walleye, I want to say, is rainy late in the evening. I can't remember if it's summer or fall. The eel, I want to say, was I can't remember if it's spring or summer in the evenings. I want to say it was summer. The tiger trout, I think... it's been so long I could never remember what these. It is one of my big complaints is within the game controls and all that, there isn't a great way to figure out when a lot of stuff is caught other than just fishing constantly and getting a feel for what you catch. Which to me is not a great system. There are some they give you hints, like they'll hint as to when you get the catfish, they'll hint at when you can get the squid, they'll hint at when you can catch the eel. But then like the regular fish like shad and all that, I don't think there's literally anything in the game that's like, yeah, that's where you get it. Or here's a hint to like nudge you in the right direction. Okay. So grab you. I've already got you on standby. Drop you two off here. Alright, so let's grab the 2 seeds. So I can drop you off. I can grab one of these. This is a waste to eat something just to water some plants. But, you know. I'm gonna do it anyways. Because I think it's better that we get that done. Alright. That's actually perfect. We're pretty much completely out of time for the day. We're already past the point we're gonna take a stamina penalty, but that's okay. I'm going to drop off that because that we can use for crafting later. The pyrite needs to be sold. We're gonna just get rid of the cudgel entirely. The stick can go in the box, so we'll sell the pyrite for a little teeny tiny extra bump in money, and this way we at least won't get the penalty for like passing out outside. And with that, we have quick travel. So heck yeah to quick travel being in our life. All right. Storm is approaching tomorrow. Okay, we're slightly early for where I do the poll for switching games or whatever. The only reason I'm doing it now is because an in-game day in Stardew Valley takes somewhere in the ballpark of 20 minutes. I haven't decided yet whether or not I'm going to keep Stardew Valley as like one of the options for the poll. But I probably will put it on there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and do the poll. And the reason I do this is that way, like, halfway through stream we can do the switch. A lot of times I won't include the game we're playing, but in this case we will. So what are we playing now? And it's because I do stream 9 hours, and I usually will have 2 games per channel. So I will put Stardew Valley on there, which if that wins, we just keep doing what we're doing. Stardew Valley, we'll put RimWorld on there. We'll put Farming Simulator 22 on there. What else do we have going on recently that I want to put on there? We'll put Galacticare on there. I have a feeling Galacticare is going to start falling off on Twitch soon. Because that'll probably be about what happens like when 2 Point Game comes out. They'll usually be strong for about a week or 2, and then they'll very quickly wane. And we'll put Dave the Diver on there since they have their new free LDs for Godzilla. So Dave the Diver. Alright, so we got the poll going. If you do not see the poll, what you could do is you could refresh your browser, or if you're on the mobile app, try your best to refresh it. The mobile app is totally cursed and doesn't work half the time when it comes to that, but, you know, figure it out. But the games we got on there is Stardew Valley. If Stardew Valley wins, we just keep doing exactly what we're doing right now. If RimWorld wins, we'll pick up where we left off with the Mechanator run we've got going on there, where I'm only allowed to use Mechanators. If Farming Simulator 22 wins, we'll continue our Survivor Man Challenge, which is where we start with $0 a chainsaw and a dream, and we've been building up the farm from there. That runs pretty far along. If Galacticare wins, we'll just continue playing the next level of Galacticare, which is a hospital tycoon game that is like very slapstick and silly. If you've ever heard of the I'm blanking on the name. not Take-Two. 2 Point. Like the 2 Point Hospital, 2 Point Campus, those games, it's the same type of humor. And then Dave the Diver, we'll have to decide if we want to start a brand new run or continue a run that we've already got going, which, you know, would be end game. But we could check out the Dredge DLC that was free DLC and the Godzilla DLC that's free DLC. But that's kind of a weird one in that you have part of it where you dive and you catch fish and you bring them back up to the surface, and then you have a second phase where you run a restaurant it's like an oversimplified version of like Plate Up or that, where you people order stuff, you hurry over, you grab it, you bring it back, you prep wasabi, whatever, and that's what we got going on. But yeah, so you'll want to weigh in, because if something wins that wasn't what you wanted to see, you have no strength of being able to say anything about it if you didn't weigh in. When you abstain from the vote, you are at the mercy of everyone else's opinions. And so you kind of surrender your right to be able to be like, but that's not what I want. Well, you didn't tell me. So you literally said, I'm going to let everybody else decide on my behalf. So we got a lot going on. But and welcome in for those popping in here and all that stuff. Let's see, are you adverse to quality of life mods? Look up anything that allows you to reference in-game stuff. Not necessarily. I know there are good mods for Stardew Valley to be able to look all that stuff up, and honestly, I've debated grabbing them since I've already played through the game many times. I just forget a bunch of those little things. For me, it's more, I don't like the style of modding you have to do with Stardew Valley, where I have to go find Nexus Store, grab random files, dump them into a folder. I think Stardew Valley, you also have to install a mod thing that it boots up a bat file that then boots up Stardew Valley open for modding, if I remember correctly. It's not the worst, but I'm very much in the camp. I'd rather be able to just push, go to Steam Workshop, say I would like that mod, and then I just turn it on or off in the game, not have to fuss around with the game's internal files and all that. Well, it said. Let's see, you actually voted for Sim, so count that one. You accidentally voted for Sim. Oh, the farm sim meant to be for RimWorld? Ah. Gotcha. Yep, so that means... Yeah, that's not how that works. Let's see, have you heard of Nexus Mods, the Vortex Launcher, click and play? Yeah, I also don't want a whole bunch of extra installed things to handle it. It's not that big a deal. It is generally not that big a deal to deal with Nexus. But I'm very much the kind of person that every time I have to load a new thing to facilitate my existing stuff, I'm way less likely to engage with it. That's just kind of the way I've always been. I don't like having 8 or 9 different third-party tools dealing with a game. I'm exaggerating that, of course, but it is always one of those things. I would much rather, when it comes to that kind of stuff, that I go, hey, I'm on Steam's Workshop. Sure, you can still get malware and all that stuff from there, but it's way less likely because they have a lot more going on with that. You just hit the button, you know it goes the right place, and I don't have to deal with it. With Nexus, they've had mostly good times there, but they've absolutely had malware get through them a number of times in the past. And so it's just it's not that I won't be willing to do it, but it is one of those things that, whatever. Panoramic says, if it were for one game only, I'd feel the same, but you use Vortex for so many games. You think more in Steam Workshop. Yeah, no, that's the vast majority of time. Okay, so we once again have I think there's 2 polls in a row that is tied, so I'm gonna end stream right now. No, I'm teasing. In that case, I am gonna go for the RimWorld one, because we did have someone who said, hey, I voted for this, and I meant to vote for the other one. And it's totally fine. Because it was one person who voted for the other one, and no one popped is no, that was my vote, they're lying. Yeah. Let's see, you're not big on Steam everything, you prefer GeoGeo. Yeah, that's totally fine. Let me go ahead, and we're gonna be popping out of Stardew Valley and switching over to RimWorld. So for those of you out there who are why are you